I'm slamming this week is snow tubing. Snow tubing, number one, is not made for men of my stature. I can't deal with this Madden 21 game, man. It's so terrible.
Y'all act like football stops being played when y'all leave Mecklenburg County. We play football here in Cabarrus County too. And then even though it was raining, I was rolling around in the yard doing freaking grass angels out there.
Hallelujah!
Hey.
Oh my God.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is make sure your wife, your girlfriends, your mistress, look, I'm back.
See, I got my hat on backwards. And it ain't because I'm a G either. It's because I'm angry. I'm going to tell y'all why I'm angry.
So I'm going to have to start. This is going to be a large group of people. So I might have to like walk around with like a slime gun or a slime cannon, or maybe put the slime in like an old school super soaker.
Joe Hughes! Joe Hughes! Cowboy Joe! You know it's a big night if Cowboy Joe's here. My goodness.
Y'all always put me on blast first, man. Who am I slamming? Good question.
All right, good evening, everyone. Pep Man Matt Moore. Welcome to another episode of Football Focus Weekly. This is the third episode of Season 3. Tonight, we're going to have a very exciting show lined up. At 8 o'clock, we'll be talking to Chambers co-offensive coordinator Montez Lash. At 8:30, we'll be talking to new Independence defensive coordinator Anthony Hackett. And in between that, we've got several different topics we want to get into. I'm going to bring on who's with me so far tonight. We've got the engine, Kenneth McClamrock, and we've got the producer after a 1 week PTO hiatus.
And my bye week early, but my bye week out the way.
Oh man, we got 2 comments already. Oh man.
Let me guess. They were saying, "What's up, Pep?" Hey, Pep. Hey, Pep. On your show, Pep.
Only one is saying, hey.
Let me get a camp coupon, Pep. I know there's something in there. Right
John Fay, what's up, man?
Mr. Fay.
Yep. And then Kyle, we got Let's Go Mooresville. See, that doesn't say hey to me or anybody. And see, Kenneth, you even have one, the professor from Jason Bass. So there you go, man. There you go. And then Coach Webb checking in. What's engine? So in season 2, we nicknamed Kenneth the engine of the show. So we had to give him a name because producer has a name, and then I'm Pep. So
Shelby in the house, man. Coach Webb, I want to know which game I need to hit up though. Let me know.
Yeah, we going to week 1 down at Kings Mountain, and excited about it. So we have to get to a Shelby home game at some point.
Daggone right.
But we're gonna start with I'll get you guys' thoughts on the camp briefly before we go into highlighting some of the kids that were the best of the best. So, Kenneth, what were your thoughts? Just general thoughts on the camp.
Well, it's the first time I've been out to one of your camps, Pep. Early on, I was still in quarantine and didn't get out there, but I was super excited to get out there and watch your camps. I thought it was well ran, tremendous amounts of talent, almost 100 kids out there a week before the season begins. It just shows the brand that you're creating and what you're doing to help out local athletes. There were tremendous offensive linemen. There was a big boy down from South Point, South Carolina. There was a kid from Hickory Ridge who really stood out to me. There were a couple defensive linemen. I didn't catch where they were from, but I would recognize their faces if I saw them. Tons of talent on the defensive side of the ball. There was an outside linebacker type from North Mech who really stood out to me. There were several wide receivers. A kid from Butler stood out to me in particular. The kid from Vance, the Walker kid, I was big on. And then, of course, man, there were some stinking quarterbacks out there, buddy. Huge on the quarterback from South Point who picked up his first Division I offer from your Under the Lights camp. And then a freshman from Butler High School. Holy cow, this dude's talent is through the roof, Pep. So I was pumped to be out there, man, seeing guys like Coach Phillips, Coach up close, which I haven't been able to do before, and some other great coaches, Coach Fly, Coach Van Horn, just to name a few, even Coach Harris out of retirement. Super, super pumped to get out there.
Thank you, man. I appreciate all that. We're going to get into those kids you mentioned a little bit in just a couple minutes. But, producer, what were your thoughts on the camp?
Just similar to the other camps. I think we had I observed great energy, great consistency. You saw guys putting a lot of energy. You didn't see a lot of people just slow poking around and stuff like that. Very little, if anything. One thing I can say, about this camp and all the other ones, guys, literally come to work. Good energy from the coaches. You saw guys, jumping up in the drills. You saw a lot of competition. Competition brings out the best in the kids. I agree with Kenneth. Great quarterback play. Receivers, excellent catches. A lot of excellent catches from the receivers. I think it was just all around, good energy. And I think, the kids were able to learn a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, from my perspective, I spent the first half of the camp running around and trying to do all the other admin stuff that was going on. But, once I settled down, the biggest thing that stood out to me was the talent level. We did invite some kids. And I think overall this is our most talented camp from top to bottom. Even more so than the first one where we had 200-plus kids last year in the heat of COVID. This one was really, really strong from a talent standpoint. And then, the thing that really stood out to me was the offers that kids got. Kenneth, you mentioned the kid, Xavier Booker, got an offer from Mississippi Valley State, which you get a big assist on that one for sure. And then, St. George Academy offered, and I didn't know this was going to happen, but he ended up offering 30 kids. He showed me his list of numbers that he was writing down. They're a new program starting up in South Carolina, so obviously they got to put a full team together. But, I think, that was legitimate. And then Avery ended up offering a couple kids as well after the camp. So that I really enjoy that aspect of kids, coming to CFI camp, getting offers. That's, all 4 of our camps that's happened now. And that's really, really great. A couple of things. I want to thank everyone for coming out. As you said, Kenneth, it's close to the season. A lot of other kids decided not to come for vacation reasons and, just wanting to chill out. And, they decided to come and get better, which, we love. And then Mountain Island. We've done all of our camps at Mountain Island, and they've been great to work with throughout the pandemic. Coach Rob, is my partner in this whole, camp thing that we do. And, everything that we've needed, they've been able to provide and then some, for us. So very excited to have that relationship there. A lot of kids have been reaching out in DM and asking when is the next camp. We're looking to do something in January when the recruiting calendar allows for colleges to come back out on campus. So we're probably looking at mid to late January. As time goes on, we'll nail down an exact date. Excuse me, but that's when we're looking to do the next camp.
I think, Pep, as you continue to grow this brand in these camps, not only are players realizing that they can be seen and all the energy that CFI puts out on their behalf, but college coaches are realizing that they can go and they can drive an hour, 2 hours to Mountain Island Charter School, for example, and see over 100 of not only the top talents in the 704, but also from the surrounding areas. We had a big tight end from Fred T. Ford. And you had the South Point kids. There were 8 or 10 of them that showed up. There was a lot of talent, a lot of bang for your buck for college coaches looking for talent.
Absolutely, and that's one of the things that we try to do. And usually we have the special teams kids as a part of it, but we didn't do it this time because it was kind of just, late in the summer and it was kind of hard to get all that involved and get the other field and all that. But anyway, so we're going to highlight the kids that were the best at their positions. As you see on the screen, we'll pull this from the website. If you hadn't seen the article, just go to charlottefootballinsiders.com. This was a picture that we took of the best kids at each position right there, so that was pretty cool. But, Kenneth, you mentioned the quarterbacks, and in particular, 4 quarterbacks, really stood out. We named Khalil Archie from Rocky River to MVP. And here's what I'll say about this young man. From where he was last year when he came to our first camp to where he is now, it has been exponential growth in this kid. I mean, it's incredible on how much better he has gotten in just a year's time. And, that's – and when we name the MVP awards, it's about the performance throughout the whole camp. And he was consistent every step of the way. I mean, he was second in the longest throw competition. He really good in the 7-on-7. His balls on 1-on-1s were on point. And that's why, we named him MVP.
Very smooth, very athletic. And you can just tell he's a charismatic kid. He's the kind of quarterback that you want on your huddle that kids want to follow.
Absolutely. And then, of course, you mentioned Xavier McCrory. I mean, I'll just let you talk about him.
I'm just going to keep it real. I was super impressed. Once again, when I rolled up, I wasn't sure what to expect. But as soon as I saw this specimen, 6'5", 230 pounds, excellent footwork, excellent ball placement. Coach Cuck talked when he was on our show a couple months back about the strong base and the feet. And I watched this kid throw probably 40 balls between 1-on-1s and 7-on-7s, and only one time did I see him get lazy footwork. And that's how you know that a kid is coachable, when he does the things that you coach him to do, even when he's out throwing ball with his brother in the backyard. And even the one time I felt like his feet got a little bit lazy, he threw a perfect back shoulder to the front pylon. Obviously, he's got the size, he's got ball zip, he's got accuracy. Of course, he's in shorts, and it's tough to see how he reacts when the bullets are flying at him. But I was super impressed with Xavier McCrory, and I'm just going to keep it real. If he was in Charlotte right now, based off of what I saw, he would be the top 22 quarterback in Charlotte.
Ooh, Jack Curtis will have something different to say about that.
Well, welcome to the show, Coach Billups.
What's up? My fault, guys. Y'all know how I am. I'm in football mode. And then my grandma and my aunt here, so I gotta make sure they straight.
That's okay, man. We're good.
Family man first.
Absolutely. And then Zach Lawrence at Butler. Kenneth,
I love that kid.
The freshman quarterback that you mentioned earlier. Super impressive. I told him, I said, your future is as bright as any freshman that I've ever seen in Charlotte, man.
That's a strong statement.
That's true.
Over Chris Lee?
You gotta put Chris Lee, you gotta put Tad, you gotta put the other quarterback from Hudson went to Myers Park,
Drake May.
Hey.
And I don't want to put that kind of pressure on the kid yet, because he hasn't even had a first official day of fall camp yet. But talking to him in between plays, they had just ran a little shallow concept, which is a post and a dig on one side and a shallow coming across the field. And I asked him, I said, hey, quarterback, what do you read on that play? And immediately he said, it's a dual read play where I'm reading the safety. The safety fails. I'm looking to throw the dig. I'm looking at the linebacker. And I got a little bit confused. He said backside linebacker when he shows the play side linebacker. But he continued through his first, second, and third progression. And then because I know Coach Hell's offense, they're damn good. We all know that. But Coach Hell's isn't an air raid guy. I said, quarterback, man, there's no way that this is what you've been working all summer at Butler. And he says, no, Coach, I just learned it tonight. But to hear him go through his reads and to go through his read progression, his football IQ is through the roof. And the kid's going to be good.
You had some boys slinging. At this camp. That 7-on-7. Even though we had fun on my side. No, it was some good ball throwers, but Lawrence, he made a good impression. I came to Pep. I said, he a freshman? I said, he makes some grown man throws out there. Like, even that pick he threw in the end zone, it was just a great read by that safety from South Point. It was a great read because we were playing that one-man robber out there, and you don't really get that a lot now, but we had some DBs where we had two good safeties. We had the kid from Butler and that kid from South Point. We could do some robber stuff. And, that threw Van Horn for a loop right quick. But, hey, it was a good duel.
I knew that was
Coach.
Kenneth, you know me. Hey, if I go against somebody who I feel like you got to make me go into my bag of tricks, And I had to. I knew it was Van Horn. I had to give him that robber stuff. He was not ready for that. He thought I was gonna do my read concept stuff. And nah, we ain't do that. We dumb it down a little bit. But it was good. It was good. We play a lot of cover three. You know, cover three is a very safe zone concept. And then we on my side, we could play 2-man under, and we could play a lot of cover one robber. But I had fun. Van Horn is probably one of the most slept on coaches in the city. I'm glad here at South Point. That quarterback's a grown man. The Rocket River kid was great. The Lawrence kid from Butler. I can't say on air how I feel, but hey, that kid right there, boy. Hey, remember that name.
Yes, sir. All right, so in the interest of time, Justin Wheeler from Charlotte Latin, he won the quarterback MVP at the CFI shootout the week before in the 7-on-7 competition. Another good day for him throwing the football as well. So super impressed with that quarterback group.
That's the one from Latin.
Latin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had him as my number 4 too.
Yeah, he really good. I heard what you said about the kid from Rocket River. All right, Gray, you got a gym. He has grown up.
Absolutely. And then at running back, Trey Nicholson from Mountain Island.
Cheat code.
I'm telling you.
He was open in 7-on-7 all night long.
Yeah.
I think he's the
He didn't want to come on my end though. He was down there. He didn't want to come play with the big boys. I would told Reed put his hands on him, and he got over that boy. Hey, I love Reed. That Reed kid.
Right.
So I put a highlight up of Trey on Instagram, and I had to put MC Hammer on there, and I never put the real stuff on it. I mean, he made a move in the cat and mouse 1-on-1 that was incredible. So
man, we gotta get you up to date, man. MC Hammer.
Look, man, it's not about the date of the song; it's the message.
Nah, man, you can't touch this.
Yeah, you can't.
Come on, man.
Look,
them kids don't even know who MC Hammer is.
Well, now they know. Now they know.
They got Google.
All right, Caleb Sims from South Point, really athletic kid. I was impressed with him. And then Makai Bigelow from Chambers is kind of a versatile H-back, kind of guy. Yeah, and he can do a lot of different things.
He remind you can y'all man Bigelow in a Brands offense?
Exactly.
Playing that role?
Exactly, the Jeremiah Hall role.
Yeah, playing that role. That's what you get when you think of him.
Yep, absolutely. We mentioned Blaine Duncan, who's the Fred T. Ford tight end. He was, he looked real good, man. He's got an offer from Lenore Ryan. I expect him to pick up some more attention as time goes on. Tanner Leeson, another athletic kid, good size from Mountain Island. I think he's going to play a big part in their offense.
Was that the other big white kid similar to the Duncan kid?
Yep.
They were very similar.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he was a good-looking kid.
Get you a tight end, folks, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
we had 11 personnel.
It's a world of difference.
And we had 11 personnel.
At the receiver position, Sean Walker, I swear, it seemed like he treated this like it was game day. He came out there, he won the fastest man competition. That I had, y'all didn't hear this, but I picked Trey to win the fastest man, and I think it motivated him.
He better be glad. I would say this.
He does
just to make Walker mad. He better be glad. Moten didn't run that. Moten would have smoked him. I always put my money on Jamil Moten. Jamil Moten, he had ran, he would have smoked Walker. And I respect Walker, but Moten would have smoked him.
Maybe we'll see one day. Ty Moore from Butler, man. Some great route running.
Yes.
Shifty.
And really, really good hands. He caught everything he got his hands on. True Sierra from Northwest Cabarrus, another, shifty speed guy. He picked up an offer from Averett. I'm very happy for him. He's one of my favorite kids. We did an interview with him, great attitude. Jeffrey McDonald from North Mech. This camp put him on the map because honestly, I don't think anyone really knew about him. But, I talked to 3 college coaches that were there. They were raving about this kid. Just from a route running standpoint, really technical, great releases off the line. So this was a really, really good camp for him. And then Turbo Richard from Northwestern.
Love that name.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I love that name. And he live. Hey, kid him. And you give somebody that, and you give your son his name Turbo, he got to be Turbo. And let me tell you,
Offensive guard. I'll put it like that.
Turbo legit. I like Turbo.
Yeah, he's a great kid, man. He's a great young man. He works hard. I think he's come to every camp we've done. And he really, played well. He had a couple nice catches and one-on-ones, and, he's another.
We ain't talking about one-on-ones no more.
Quick, shifty kid.
He has to work hard. His name's Turbo. You can't.
He got my respect because he run routes.
Yes, he does, and I know exactly what you're saying.
And I ain't gonna say on here, but Pep got an earful from me after the camp.
Man,
we just talked about it.
We'll address it in future camps.
I'm glad you were there, Kenneth. You felt my pain.
Offensive line wise, Jordan Mcveigh from South Point. I mean,
nasty.
Yes, thank you.
Good hands, good feet, Kenneth.
Yeah, good-looking kid, works hard. You can tell he wants to be coached well. In fact, I was talking to Coach Van Horn, and he came running up, or Coach Will John, and he came running up to Coach and was bragging about something that he had done during the pass protection period. You could just tell, man, that kid super hungry, wants to be good. And he's got a little chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like that. I like. Yeah, everybody like mean, nasty old linemen. You got mean, nasty old lineman. Hey, you gotta be violent. I like that.
Another kid, and I know you're getting to him, Pep.
Yeah.
The Love kid from Independence. I was wondering all night long who he was. I saw his green and gold shoes on, and I'm going through my head all the green and gold schools in the state. But the Love kid, he plays with independent hands. His feet were constantly moving. DJ's got a dude right there that he could build an offensive line with.
Yeah, I like him. He had good feet.
He picked up an offer from Averett. That was his first one.
And let me tell you, Averett offensive line, to play offensive line at Averett, they have one of the top offensive line units in Division III football every single year. They don't just throw offers out to offensive linemen. They recruit studs.
Awesome. And then Logan Day, at South Point, I thought he did a good job on the interior. Dominic Kelly and Justin Long were the two top tackles. And I mean, man, you're talking about some really good size kids, technical from a hand placement and footwork standpoint. They both did a great job all night long.
I called up Jude afterwards and asked him who this kid was. Well, I sent you a message to Pep, and he told me that Long might be a center this year, which really tells you how good
that make him more versatile
is going to be. But I was impressed with that kid. He's got, once he grows up a little bit, once he gets a little bit strong in the weight room, he's going to be the next of the Hickory Ridge offensive lineman that we've heard about for a couple of years now.
Absolutely.
Respect the Juke.
All right. Defensive line, Xavier Booker from Mooresville.
That's the kid I was thinking of.
Yeah, D-line Coach Marsh, he said he was dominant all night long. He's a rising sophomore. Well, I should say he's a sophomore now.
Wow.
He's going to be. It seems like we've got a run on D tackle here in the Charlotte Metro of like really good D tackles. I think
we eat good. That means we eat good in Charlotte. We eat good in Charlotte, but we're still light on our feet.
It's true.
Tyler Mills from Charlotte Catholic. I've seen. I was glad to see him up close. I've seen a lot of good video on him. He did a good job, coming off the edge, along with Arius Nash, Stuart Kramer, Ashton Miller. We've heard about. He's now at Mountain Island, and then Jahari Burnside. He came back. He was at the spring camp. He came back and did a good job once again. I talked to him. He said he's going to, work on some offensive line and defensive line. So.
They all had good feet, Pep. Like you didn't get a chance to come down there to the ladder drill portion of that agility circuit.
Yeah.
But Kenneth was right there, and I would tell you that the O-line, D-line, they were going out there to get it. They were coming out there competing. So hey, respect to them. Respect to all them young men.
Absolutely. I saw if you guys didn't see the live stream, it's still up there. If you're interested in it, just send me a message. I'll send you the link. But the live stream caught a lot of that agility stuff, especially. So that's good stuff to check out.
We had some linemen moving.
Yes, you did. Linebacker, Jayden Reader. Billups, I'll let you talk about him.
Man, Reader is probably one of the nastiest linebacker I've seen. He's coachable. You tell him go out there and put his hands on somebody, he don't go out there and put his hands on somebody.
He's a thick kid.
Yes, he's the one I had playing middle.
Yeah. I like him.
And he understands concepts. Like after every play, he'll come ask, "Hey, what we got next?" And Reader at 7-on-7, like at a camp like that, not playing with people. Hey, that's what you want in a middle linebacker. He took command of that defense.
That's what stood out to me the most about him.
Yeah.
Was he was communicating not only with the other dudes lining them up, but he was constantly asking you questions. That's what stood out the most to me.
Yeah, and I'd have told him, I said, "Hey, I just want you to throw that darn number 3 off his route every time. Put hands on him, get to your drop." And he did it every time.
Mm-hmm.
Every time. You can run. He's a middle linebacker that you feel comfortable running cover 2 man, and just letting him run because he can run. He can run. I hear a lot of good things about him over there at Chambers. I played against him when he was at Creek last year. He's aggressive. So hey, I like him. I like that kid. He got an attitude. I like that. He's coachable.
All right, good stuff. So real quick, because we got Coach Lash on deck, the 2 linebackers from North Mech, Clark Brown and Louis Blamo Jr. both were really impressive. I appreciate. I reached out to Coach McKee at North Mech and asked if he had some kids that needed some exposure. I think both of these kids, really did a good job. I believe they both picked up offers from St. George. After the camp, so shout out.
And I think the only one I would add, I don't know his name, but the Olympic kid, the Olympic,
Xavier Lloyd, yeah,
that boy. Hey, Coach Art, you got you one.
Yeah, he's in the honorable mention. I'm gonna get to in a second. But at DB, of course, Bill, you know about Moten.
Moten is one of the best press corners in the state. Mm-hmm. Run with anybody. He can run with anybody. Hey, he's a gym. They gotta stop sleeping on Moten.
Absolutely. And then Kyrie Faust, I like his size, his athletic ability. He's the brother of Malik Faust, who ended up at Marshall from the championship team at Harding. Jalen Jones from Butler.
I like that kid.
Absolutely. Jalen Stratford from South Point, one I wasn't aware of. I thought he played very well. And then the biggest secret, Denari McElwain at Harding has,
great. He's coachable, man.
Yeah.
He's coachable. I think he got to step up because Kyrie he ain't Harding no more. He ain't over there no more. But hey, he got to step up, and I think he can.
Yeah, he's a 3.4 GPA kid. He wants to, major in engineering. I talked with him last night.
Go be an Aggie.
Yeah. We're working on that.
Let's hit Coach Bills up. We get you Aggie land.
And then real quick on the honorable mentions, Jarek Patulski from Olympic, I thought had a great camp. He was just in a group of quarterbacks that were really strong. I think any other camp he would have been in the top, 4 easily. Tomar Bivens from Mallard Creek, I thought, showed well. He had some good runs in the one-on-one situation. He also caught the ball well out of the backfield and in the slot. Devin Cunningham from North Mech, another good-sized kid. He's 6'4", had some nice catches in the one-on-one situations. Connor Forloin from Olympic, a slot guy. He made some nice catches down on the other end, opposite of you, Billups, in 7-on-7. And he had some good catches in the one-on-one situation. Michael Stanley from North Mech, big offensive tackle/guard kind of kid. I think, the run game, he's a road grade kind of guy. D lineman Gavin Hood from Charlotte Catholic has had a strong offseason. Just missed being in the top 5 for the D line in another good group. We talked about Xavier Lloyd at the linebacker spot, and then Ryan Teeter from Mallard Creek at DB, had a couple of nice plays as well. He picked up an offer from Averett also. So great job to all those guys. Once again, some of you guys really getting on the map. Real quick on the comments, Coach Van Horn, Zach Lawrence, the best 2025 quarterback in the city. No questions asked. I think we all kind of agree on that one. Coach Webb, Robert didn't work on me in Madden. We had to work on that cover one in Madden, Billups.
Hey, tell him stop playing with Kansas City.
But yeah, that's not fair. That's not fair. And then Taquez Millette, yeah. I've seen this kid, post some videos and everything. He's really impressive, gonna be out of the slot. I know he's a younger kid. He's on the list, Coach. Trust me, he's on the list. So anyone else we missed?
He's supposed to say that. He's supposed to say that.
There was a thin, athletic slot type receiver from South Point that I was really impressed with as well.
I think that's Jakari Webb.
Can we talk about? Can we make a award at next camp for best hair? There was there was a wide receiver, a little white kid. He had that mullet. He had that mullet, boy. Hey, I love that kid. He had the power mullet. Hey, I don't know who he is. He had that mullet, boy. I said, hey, he legit. I said, he don't got to catch nothing out here. Hey, somebody offered this kid. I told him recruiter from Avery. I said, hey, that's who you need to offer. He got a mullet.
Power. Okay. Justin, you got anybody that you want to shout out?
Oh Lord, he muted just like his warm up was.
Your mic's open.
He's moving. Hey, look, just like his warm up. I had to go over there and check him for his warm up because he's taking all day. He's late for that. Look at him.
All right, well, Justin, go out and come back in. We'll come back to you later. All right. Just go.
We
go
can't
out
hear
and
you.
Click the link. Yeah.
Call IT. Gotta call IT, man.
All right.
Hey, look, man, late. He gonna be late for his own funeral.
It's time for Coach Lash, so we'll come back to the panel a little bit. All right, we're off to a great start. All right. Coming up now, we've got the co-offensive coordinator for the two-time state champion Chambers Cougars. That is Coach Montez Lash. We're gonna bring him on the show right now. Coach, how we doing, man?
I'm doing great. What up? I appreciate you having me on, boss.
Absolutely. I appreciate you taking some time out, man. I know you guys are busy trying to go for the three-peat over there. First off, you guys are pretty loaded, from all accounts. So the first thing I want to ask you is, the co-offensive coordinator, you guys have a lot of talented coaches on staff. So how are you guys able to just kind of share, that role, and how does it, kind of work, for you guys, on game day, for example?
Gotcha. Well, that's kind of one I wasn't really expecting right off the bat, but that's a question that we got a lot of in the spring. But me and my brother Q, Coach Q, right, it's just no egos between the two of us, man. We've said it since we pretty much walked in the Vans together. We go back and forth on the headset. It's almost like being in a great marriage. We trust each other. If one of us has the hot hand, we defer. If one of us sees something the other one doesn't, we defer. Sometimes we get it wrong. Sometimes we get it right. But it's literally a good communication relationship between the two of us. At the end of the day, we're just trying to put the kids that we have in a position to be successful. So it doesn't matter who's calling the first down or the touchdown play, as long as the results are the same. I'm glad you kind of brought it up because not everyone knew we were kind of in that co-coordinating role. We practice playing together. We game script together. We call plays together, like I said, on Friday nights. And it's literally just, no ego. It's how can we get the job done today? And so far, so good. We averaged almost 40 points last year quietly behind what was a really good defense. But our offense, I would say, was equally as good. And, we made a jump from 2019 to that spring or COVID season in terms of points per game. And this year we're just looking to break the scoreboard and show some even better results.
Yeah, you guys got the ability to definitely break the scoreboard with everything you got over there, man. The main thing that I really, like about the way you guys call the plays, I kind of had the same relationship back in 2010 when I was offense coordinator. at Harding. Then we had our head coach, Mark Sanders. And we kind of, like you said, had the hot hand. If I was rolling, I'd go with it. And then if we needed to change it up, he would take it over. And it just kind of went back and forth. And, it's good to have that synergy. I think, when you have that, it's better for, everybody, to be honest with you.
Well, you look at any top level program. I don't care if it's high school, college, or pro. There's multiple coordinators. No coordinator can get it done by himself, and if you're trying to, you're probably in the wrong profession anyway. I was not comfortable, a few years ago calling plays from the booth, but that's become my happy place. And Q has great energy on the field with the money team. And I got some great guys up top with me, helping me as well, that has coordinating experience. So, the more heads that's in there, if you can do that with no ego, the more successful we're going to be in the future.
Absolutely. Well said, man. I want to, bring up something that I don't think it's really gone public, but I talked with your AD, Carlos Richardson, a little earlier today. And apparently there's been an issue with, someone causing damage to the practice field. And I'm going to share the pictures that was shared with me. And I want to see exactly, what's going on here. So let me try to get these up real quick. Where do we have those? Oh, PowerPoint. Okay. All right, there we go. So, just in general, why why is this happening? And then, what have you guys been able to do about it?
I guess I'll kind of address a few things and we'll pretty much lead into that. Okay. So, a few weeks ago, I watched you guys' show, and McClam Rock was kind of joking about the unfinished business or unfinished agenda hashtag that we were using in terms of, how much more do you guys have to prove being back-to-back state champs, et cetera. But, one thing I told him was, hey, I'm going to get on and kind of talk about what that hashtag really means. So obviously we made the school name change in July to Julius Chambers High School, which is very fitting for our area, our community, and then obviously everything he stood for. The unfinished agenda hashtag itself comes from an article that he published, which was based on racial equity and citizenship for Black Americans, specifically in the Charlotte area, North Carolina in general, as it pertains to education. And we felt like, that hashtag kind of fits us for two reasons. One, a lot of people believe we inherited what was a really good team in 2019, which we did when we won the state championship. We came into the COVID season, our goal was the last dance, be the first team to win it and the last team to win it. But now you transition to a new school name, which means, hopefully new facilities, new resources, better opportunities for our student athletes. But on top of that, we've made coaching changes as well. So, in our eyes, we still have a lot to prove. And then in battling, obviously the damage to our practice field. I'm sure you spoke with Coach Richardson, our AD. This is honestly the second time that it's happened. We've just quietly repaired it. We reached out to some people. We've had some people reach out to us, specifically Mike Bear, or you guys know him as Phil Man on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
He's probably going to hate me for it, but he's been super instrumental in, helping us repair the fields. He's been, great in helping us secure donations for our state championship rings as well. So we appreciate him for that. But more importantly, the community is rallying behind us quietly to, help us get our facilities where they should be, which is something I know you fight a lot for with Harding. You guys have heard us use the term mud boys all the time, or, we get it out the mud. But, this is kind of the epitome of what that stands for over on IBM Drive. You don't complain about it. We could have hopped on Twitter. I'm infamous for stirring the pot. We could have went to the news, but we're just handling it. It's just extra fuel, and we'll use it to go into the fall season and take it out on the next 10 opponents, 16 if you count the playoffs.
Yes, sir. And then looks right here. This picture is the truck that is suspected in causing the damage. So. we've had incidents like this, over the years, and it's
Right.
stupid. It's stupid because you're hurting kids, and you're
Yeah.
causing damage, and I don't know, what your motivation is. If someone recognizes the truck or knows something, reach out to Carlos Richardson, the AD Advance, if you got or Chambers. I'm sorry, if you got some information about it. It's just despicable. It's despicable. It's stupid. And
Definitely. I
you're
mean,
not doing
we've seen it.
anything.
I mean, we've
Yeah.
seen it recently. What at Independence High School?
Yep.
I'm gonna say
Yep.
like a year ago. So we're aware it's not necessarily a targeted thing at just one specific school. Obviously, a lot of schools in the Charlotte area are lacking resources or need repairs and stuff. But obviously, when someone goes out of their way to damage facilities, then just a little extra motivation for us. But obviously, it's been great with the community reaching out. But like you said, if someone knows something or wants to reach out to our AD, that's great as well. So we can try to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Absolutely. So we kind of do these interviews, with you guys as assistant coaches to kind of promote you as, being a possible future head coach. So I want to ask you, is that something that, is in your plans? And if so, when do you think, you might be ready to take that plunge?
Man, so my goal ultimately was always to be a head coach. I've had some opportunities come about, ones that I discussed with my entire coaching staff, my AD included. I'm sure some more will come in the future. For me, it's going to be God putting the right program in place for me. I'm not going to make any decisions that don't sit right with me and my relationship with God first and foremost. And then one in which I can help some other coaches grow as well. And I can promote them and put them on a bigger platform or stage. I understand that what I want to do and what I've already contributed to Chambers will be, huge. My impact there, I think, has been great. So wherever I go, if that does come about, I come with a lot of stipulations, man. Coming with a lot of coming with a lot of needs because I understand what a great program needs to look like from a principal standpoint, from an AD standpoint, and then obviously from a coaching staff makeup. So, I'm just not going to hop on anywhere just to be a head coach. I want to be somewhere I can be successful and help, mold men, help mold some other coaches as well. Come on.
Absolutely.
I got a visitor.
Hey, I understand, man. That's the most important job right there. All right, I'm gonna bring on
Right.
Kenneth McClamrock. He's
Never-
got a
never
question
ended.
for you, Coach. I'm gonna bring him on right now.
Hold on.
Coach,
Steady
what's up,
busy,
brother?
never ends. What's up, Coach?
How are you?
I'm doing great, man. How about yourself?
I'm well. Appreciate you coming on the show tonight. So I've got two questions for you. Number one, a little bit tougher. Number two, man, it's a softball for you. But number one, man, as a staff at now Chambers, you guys have really broken the traditional mold of coach talk. Like coaches never talk out loud in public about how good they believe they are, how good they believe they can be. They never say out loud, we're going to win a state championship. Now you say that with your kids, but you don't really say that out loud. Obviously, you guys are good. You guys know that you're good. You guys sell it, the swag to your kids. You guys, as coaches, live the swag. So the first question is, what's different about Chambers than maybe some other schools, even some other schools where you've been? And then number two, because I've got to ask, man, just how good can you guys be this year? I mean, from all reports, this may be the most athletic team that you guys have had in y'all's 3 years.
Okay. So, I mean, the biggest thing, and our head coach says it all the time, and it's kind of something we live by, and that is letting our kids be themselves. In the same breath, he allows the coaches to be themselves as well to a respectable manner. Sometimes we get a little pat on the wrist or, that call or text from the AD as well to tone it down. But we have a fun environment. If you think about the U and how good they were during that time. It was the swag, it was the fun. SMU, if you think about the time they were successful, it was because those kids had more fun than everybody else on the field, in practice, in the weight room, and on game days. And it shows the kids that we groom through our program, or even ones that transfer in, they fit the culture in which we're trying to create, which is one of fun. If you're not having fun at this level of coaching or playing the game, you're in it for the wrong reason. So we allow our kids to have fun, but in a respectable way. We are still humble. We work our butt off every single day. Anyone that's came by our practice or came by the weight room, we compete, with each other, offensive and defensively, every day. And we just try to get the most out of the kids, but we do so in a way in which they can enjoy their 4 years of high school. Obviously, we're not going to be successful coaches without successful student athletes. Secondly, how good we can be this year. In my honest, humble opinion, I think this has a chance to be arguably one of the best offenses that's come through Vance in the years. We're about 7 to 8 wide receivers deep. Obviously, we have probably what I think is one of the top 5 backs in the nation in Hollywood or Dalen Smothers. Our defense will still be just as stout as it has been year after year. Our head coach has taken over defensive calling responsibilities along with our linebacker coach, Coach Cannon, and they've been doing a phenomenal job, seeing a lot of great things from them. And we compete against each other every day in practice to make each other better. So talent-wise, on paper, I think we probably have one of the top teams that you're going to see come out of the state in a very long time. We just got to clean up the little things, continue coaching those little things, the regular coaching stuff, keep the kids humble, not chase stats and records and none of that stuff, and just continue playing Chambers ball, which is, having fun.
Coach, one last question. I lied, man, because you brought up a point that I've wondered. One of the hardest things about after you have a really good season and win a state championship, and you guys, is for that next group of kids. You graduate so many kids, and maybe the kids who didn't have so much of a role in that championship, maybe they think they're a little bit better than they are. Maybe they think that they had, if that makes sense to you. How do you keep those kids hungry? Is it a culture that's established now where they want to outdo what the previous 2 teams did, or are you guys having to battle that some?
Well, I think number one, at any successful program at any level, you're going to have to manage egos. You're going to have to manage talent. You're going to have to manage personalities. One thing I think we do a great job of is our personal relationships with the kids. We have a lot of vested coaches that spend time with the kids in our program outside of the walls of Chambers High School. And another thing I think we do exceptionally well is getting a lot of kids on the field. Kids that want to play at a high level, kids that want to go to the next level and play college ball, they see an opportunity to be successful here. You're going to lose kids. Let's just be honest. You're going to get kids in. That's just the nature of high school football across the nation. Our job is to keep as many as we can that come to our door from day one, and keep them for all 4 years if we can. And then the ones that come in, have them fit our culture. We don't promise anything. You got to earn it. You got to come in here and you got to be a dog and you got to play your way into that playing time, no matter what you did, wherever you came from.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach.
All right. Good
Yes,
stuff, Kenneth. All right. A couple comments, Coach. Kyle Smith says Chambers' best social media account in the state.
East Coast, baby. Shooting for the East Coast.
I saw you guys are collaborating with Next Gen now. Good gracious, man. That's
I can't let that go by without highlighting my guy Jarrell. He came in advance when I came in, his Light Studios. He really carried out my vision that I had for the football program, and he's went above and beyond, sometimes what I even expected. It was kind of up in the air, just, from a family standpoint. He has some young kids, which is how we linked up with Next Gen in terms of, continuing to promote our program. I'll still handle a lot of our graphic stuff, but Next Gen will handle our highlights. Jarrell's going to work with a couple programs this year, so I'm not gonna, put it out there yet, but he's gonna help get a program to a pretty high level. So
Man,
be on
awesome.
the lookout for that.
I'm excited to see what you guys come up with, man. And then your buddy Chris Hawk. Tell Lash, let everybody know we the old school Niner.
Listen, my AD's gonna hate me for it, but I really advocated for University City High School so that we can use the U. But obviously, I'm very excited about where we are and why we chose the Julius Chambers name. But obviously, I'm gonna pick with him because it's just an opportunity for me to do so. But from a swag standpoint and a fun standpoint, we absolutely want to be the U.
Oh man, that's good stuff. I mean, you guys are loaded for bear. We're all excited to see what you guys put on the field for season 3 under the Coach Ferb era and going for another state title, man. We appreciate the time tonight, man.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate it greatly.
Absolutely. All right, that was co-offensive coordinator Montez Lash from the 2-time state champion Chambers Cougars. I'll bring on the crew. Guys, just overall thoughts on, Chambers real quick.
Hey, you got to go to a practice. They're not lying. I've been to a couple of Chambers practice. That's like family over there. Everybody know how I feel about Lash and Q. Them my brothers. Me and Coach Furr, we've been getting close. Carlos is my guy. Once you heard about me leaving West Charlotte, they were trying to get me over there. But, I like to grind over here at the Big G. I'm trying to bring the Big G back. And, I got some things in the work. I don't want to mention them. How I am. I'm a quiet assassin now. I just sit in the back. I'm like that old Sting, WWF. That old Sting picture. I just sit in the Raptors and watch. Yeah, I take notes. But just know, Coach Bill say, hey, I ain't changed. It's just I got kids, and a lot of people are too emotional for my liking. So I just sit and watch and let y'all tweet your little hearts away. I love it. But
thank you for those thoughts on Chambers.
And no, but can I say something about that field? Hey,
yeah, go ahead.
That is terrible, man. That is so lame.
Yeah.
And bro, I saw 2 trucks in there, and I kind of got an idea who did it, but I don't want to say on here. I say to my good friends offline, but that's lame. You don't do stuff like that. That's somebody having some hatred, and you got hatred in your heart. You need to go address them men. You need to go address them men over there. They're doing some great things at Chambers. They're cocky. They got a lot of swag. But hey, that's what you do when you win a state championship. Kenneth will tell you he don't want nobody coaching with him who he ain't confident like that. You gotta have that swag. You good. You good. Coach Knox. Back when I played with Coach Knox, you have a little swag. You can't play on Coach Knox's team. But don't do that, man. It's all about these kids. And grown men need to stay in grown men places. Like, stop doing that. That's lame. That's lame. But hey, I ain't got nothing to say. I'm the most hated person in CMS right now. And I wear it with a badge of honor. I love it. I'm the real you, but hey, whatever.
We'll talk about that later. Anybody else got thoughts on Chambers?
I think they're gonna prove the whole sentiment that some programs don't rebuild; they just simply reload, and that's simply. I think they're gonna prove that almost like like an Alabama in college where you have guys. The team was just so deep. Where we're gonna see this year a lot of guys that might have been on the bench. They were talented. They just just had a great player in front of them. So they literally are a school that just had a lot of talent on the bench. Simply, they were just that deep. So those guys are finally going to get a chance. So it's going to be. Based on what we know they have, on paper, they're really not going to miss a beat. If anything, they might even be better. So we'll see.
All right, Ken, if you got anything to add?
Yeah, if they win it for a 3rd year in a row and they still want more the 4th year, isn't that just starting to be a little bit greedy?
Nah. Hey, kill or be killed. Hey, kill or be killed. That's the motto. And we gotta respect that. I got nothing but respect for them. When I was at West Charlotte last year, they're very that Vance team that with Chambers now, they're not gonna blow you out unless you talk junk. If you talking that noise to them, they don't go out there and smoke you. But you go out there and be hey, bro. Hey, just do what y'all do. But never be scared to compete. That's why I say when you play Julius Chambers, don't be scared to compete with them. But man, y'all gotta stop all that lame stuff. Don't tear nobody practice field up because you and your feelings. That's the lamest thing I've ever seen in my life. That ain't Charlotte. We tough in Charlotte. We don't do that lame stuff. Stop that. That's lame.
I see
Whoever
your
doing that,
comment,
that's
Coach.
lame.
Which comment, Kenneth?
Coach Lash just put up
Oh.
a comment. I see it.
Yeah, and what's crazy is, I mean, they're a couple plays away from winning 3 in a row. You know, they were right there in 18. So
Yeah.
they're not
that's
far
true.
away.
Respect to my brothers. Respect to my brother Lash. Police. Hey, Police is probably one of the most underrated coaches they got on that staff that don't get that love. Hey, he's a dog. He should be a coordinator somewhere, but he's a dog. I love them coach. Shout out to my guy Big Dre over there. You don't do a great job. You and Ferb, Akers, all y'all. I love them guys. They're my guys right there.
Well, you know, that brings up a great point, and it's something that Coach Lash mentioned, that you're dealing with egos a lot, not just player egos who believe that they should be on the field and realistically should be on the field. He talked about being 7 or 8 deep at wide receiver, but to have the success that they have, you have to have assistant coaches who could also be in higher levels of positions, if you will, position coaches who could be coordinators who could be head coaches. And that's what makes Clemson so unique, is that Dabo Swinney is able to keep those coaches on staff. And so far, for the most part, Chambers has been able to keep that staff intact. That's huge. Coaching continuity is so important for the program.
I just recommend everybody go to a Chambers practice. Go to the Chambers practice. Hey, they 100 miles per hour.
Now, hold on. Now, make sure you check with them first. You just don't want people just showing up.
Yeah, hit up Ferb, but hit low.
Exactly.
Yeah, hit him up. You know, I'm off. You might see Coach Bills over there. I just want to get some of that energy. That energy is contagious. You know, I coach with Lash at Providence, and he's the same Lash. So, hey, man, I love Lash. I love Q. I love all them guys. Like them, that's family. You can't tear that up, man. You can't break blood.
Well, we got someone that is very familiar with Vance coming up here in just a second. So I'll put you guys backstage. And then Justin, I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know. You got to pay your bill or something, man. I don't know why you keep getting kicked out, but we'll work on that. But now it is time to talk with a man who has done excellent work on the defensive side of football the past few years. Previously at Vance, now he is the defensive coordinator at Independence High School. Over there with the new head coach DJ McFadden. That is Anthony Hackett, and we're gonna bring him on the show right now. All right, Coach, how we doing, sir?
Doing good, Pep. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. How did the new colors feel?
Feels great. It feels great, man. I'll tell you, something different about that green and gold. But it feels great. I got to get my wardrobe up a little bit, but we'll get there.
Well, I know DJ will take care of you on that for sure, man.
Oh, yeah.
So starting this thing off, man, you're trying to instill, your system, Independence has been so successful over the past few years. What is the thing that you really have to kind of get ingrained into these kids that, was successful for you in building the defenses you had at Vance over the past few years?
Just the mindset and the mentality. No different than what I built at Vance. Just trying to do the same thing at Patriot Drive. It starts with the mindset. It starts with the mindset of running to the football. It starts with the mindset of competing every day in the weight room, classroom, whatever we're doing football wise. It's building. We're building. It's a day by day process. But what I can say is we definitely have the pieces, man. The kids are working hard. They're adjusting to me. They're adjusting to Coach McFadden. They're adjusting to our staff, who was excellent. So they don't have no choice, Pet, with our staff, man. Every coach to a man is a dog. Every coach. I mean, Coach McFadden's and put together an unbelievable staff, man. So I'm blessed to be able to just be a part of that. So it's kind of making my job a little easier because I don't always have to be bad cop. I got 12 other bad cops. I'm now trying to be myself good cop. So that's a little different for me. So, but yeah, we're getting there, man. It's just about that mindset mentality, man. We're gonna dial it up. We're gonna pressure. Ain't nothing gonna change. But it's a process. It's a process.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So that kind of leads me into asking you this: what is the thing that you're most excited about being at Independence? Oh, I know things are a little different, but really, what really has you, the most excited about being, over in Mint Hill right now?
Just working with the staff, working in a new environment, working
Mm-hmm.
for the admin. It's just been great. Ever since I took the job, Pep, my inbox been blowing up. I mean, I got alumni from '93 hit me up. I mean, people come
Mm-hmm.
by. It's unbelievable the support that the Independence still has, even though they haven't been having the success in the last couple of years. But the culture's still there. Coach McFadden's been doing a heck of a job since he took over the job of building the culture. I didn't come in, try to bring my little swag, bring my little sauce to it. But he already had a little bit already in place. So, I'm just kind of piggybacking, man. But we definitely have the pieces. I'm excited. The kids are buying in. It's different for them. It's a whole lot different from what they're used to. But, it's a challenge for everybody. That's what makes it exciting.
Absolutely, absolutely, man. So we know that your scheme, is one of the toughest to deal with, from an offensive coordinating standpoint. What is the secret to the success, in your schemes as a defensive coordinator?
Tempo and speed. Tempo and speed. You watch my blitzes,
Mm-hmm.
you cut the tape on. Every blitz is going to be hit 100 miles per hour. And the kids know that. The kids know
Mm-hmm.
that they don't sell out on the blitzes. They won't blitz again. I'll find somebody else that will. So I think that's the secret, man, without giving too much away. It's just the tempo and
Mm-hmm.
speed, man. And if you hit it, it's high school football. I tell a lot of people, man, have a lot of respect for Drake May. I feel like he's one of the best high school quarterbacks I've won against since I've been here since 2015.
Mm-hmm.
And, I tell everybody, I don't play Drake May every Friday. So I got these high school quarterbacks got to prove to me they can beat me with their arms. So I'm going to continue to dial them up.
Oh man, I hear you. I hear you. That's one of the things that we've come to see, every Friday night, from your defenses is that attacking mentality, and it's been very successful. So we're excited to see that, once again over at Independence. Um, One thing, obviously, with the success you've had on the defensive side of football, a lot of people feel like, you're next in line to become a head coach. So, two-part question. Number one, is that something that you want to do? And then number two, if you were in the head coach seat, what would your overall kind of philosophy be?
Um, Definitely want to be a head coach, but I didn't get into it to be a head coach. I got into this. I feel like it's my calling. I got
Mm-hmm.
into it to mentor, young men. But I've always been a leader, Pep. Ever since I probably came out. I was 4-year captain in high school, 3-year captain in college. So
Yep.
I've always been a leader. So me leading a group of men, young men, high school level, yeah, I can definitely see myself doing it. Definitely a goal of mine. So it's just one of them things, man. The right opportunities got to present itself too. You know what I'm saying? I got a beautiful family. I got a boat. I like being on my boat. So, I had a little bit of success at the previous school I was at. So, I played college ball, played arena football at a high level. So I'm pretty comfortable. You know what I'm saying, Pep? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I got a little girl who has diabetes. So in order, I can spend a lot of time with her if I, didn't coach. So, if the right opportunity presents itself, absolutely. Absolutely. And as far as what my team would look like, all go, all go. I mean, I worked for Am Brand for 4 years, man. So,
Mm-hmm.
I worked for a guy named Brad Bradley in Virginia for 2 years. I worked for a guy named Lauren Johnson in Virginia and Highland Springs for a year. So,
Mm-hmm.
we be around those type coaches, man. They create a structure and an environment that you want to be a part of. And my team be just like that. All go, weight room every day, a lot of
Oh yeah.
swag, a lot of want to, but the effort
Mm-hmm.
will be relentless. My coaching staff will be similar to what we got at Independence. McFadden has put together a tremendous coaching staff.
Yeah.
So, I think
Yeah.
that's a big part of it too, Pep. You got to have a good coaching staff, man. You got to have great support. You might be the head coach and get all the glory at the top, but it's some guys that's working them long hours, putting them in, man. That you don't see that really is the backbone of the program. So I feel like that's what my team would look like. There's a lot of swag and a lot of go, a lot of heart, a lot of accountability, a lot of structure. a lot of determination, a lot of want to, man. So
Excellent. Good stuff, man. All right, we're going to bring on Kenneth McClamrock, and he's got a question for you, Coach.
Coach, what's up, brother? What's up, Coach?
hello.
Can you hear me? Am I on? Am I Justin right now?
Coach, do you hear Kenneth?
Yeah, I hear something. Sound like a bear.
Well, let's see what's going on. Like, I'm going to go off the screen. Let's see if you can hear him.
Coach, can you hear me? Nope. Dang.
All right. Well, Kenneth, you let's do it this way. You go ahead and ask your question. Coach, you got me, Coach?
Yeah, I can hear you, Pep. I can't hear my
Okay.
man. That's my guy. I like him a lot. I like that guy a lot. Big fan of him, man. Big fan. That guy texts me, man. I like that guy a lot.
So he's going to ask, and I'll repeat it so you can reply to it.
Yo, Pep, so it's something that Hack hit on. For years, all I heard about was how he was a cover zero, send the house kind of guy. And then I see him play Huff, and it wasn't the cover zero, send the house that beat Huff. It was the adjustments that Hack made in the middle of the second quarter. And then he talked about how he's been maybe the bad guy coach, but now that he's at Independence, he doesn't have to be that anymore. So my question is, what has he learned as a coach? What does he know now as a coach that he wishes he would have known 5, 6, 7 years ago?
Okay, so what Kenneth is asking is, what have you learned from being a coach 5, 6 years ago that's different than what you know now? I believe is what he said. I might have mixed that up.
What do you wish you would have known now that you didn't know maybe 5 or 6, 7 years ago?
All right, so what do you wish that you know now that you didn't know 5, 6, 7 years ago?
Probably the front seven, to be honest. I didn't know the front seven that well 5, 6 years ago. I was a DB coach. I was just concentrating on coaching the secondary. Probably a little selfish in myself and not taking ownership of learning the front seven. But over the last 4 years, so I kind of learned the front seven and kind of mastered it over the last 2. So I think that's the big thing, man, the front seven. And I'm still learning. I'm still learning, man. I got a lot of good defensive friends in this thing. Coach Stone at Butler, Coach Chachi at Huff. So I talk to a lot of good defensive minds, man, across the city, man, and try to pick their brains as well.
That's good. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Kenneth. Good stuff, man. All right, Coach. Last thing, man. Just your goals for the season for Independence on the defensive side of football.
Just to play great, man. Just to play great and please boss, man. Coach McFadden. He might be a rookie head coach, but he's very big on accountability. He's on my butt every day, so I gotta make sure I put a good product on the field. He calls himself, as some people say, rolling his dice on me. So I got to make sure every Friday night we have a good product on the field. I mean, number-wise, I can't sit there and put a number, in terms of what we want to do. But, of course, we want to play great defense. I didn't come – like I told the kids on Monday, I didn't come over here to lose. I seen the personnel, I seen the schedule, I seen the coaching staff. So I know what type of product we can put on the field. As long as we run to the ball, Pep, play with that aggression, play with that swag, play with that want to, play with that nasty, we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine because they're going to put us in good positions on the opposite side, and that's going to help us out on the D side. So it's going to be winning football all the way around. So, but I'm excited, man. I just really am, man. Everybody's has been awesome over there, and I'm just blessed to be over there. Have the opportunity to present itself. Coach McFadden, we've been friends since 15, man, ever since I moved down here. So, he's having trust in me, and I don't want to let that guy down.
Absolutely. Well, I know the city is behind you.
Absolutely.
There were a lot of, positive, comments on Twitter when you announced that, you were at Independence.
Shit, the nation. And, nation behind me, Pep. The nation.
Well, I know you're not going to let, those kids down or, the strong coaching staff that, Coach McFadden has put together over there. And, everyone's excited to see, your product and your brand, in the green and gold for sure. And we'll definitely be at a couple Independence games to see it up close. And as always, man, if you need anything from us, man, just let us know. We're always behind you.
Appreciate it, man. Great show. Love y'all, man. Kenneth, man, Justin, y'all guys, Brandon, y'all guys do a great job, man. So, appreciate having me on, man, and definitely pull up over there on Patriot Drive, baby, because we got things popping.
Absolutely. I'm gonna give you a couple comments, Coach, from guys that are watching.
Might be bad.
Nah, ain't nothing bad.
Might be bad.
Damian Jackson says, "My man Hack, what's up?"
Great guy. Great guy.
Yeah, he is.
Great guy.
Solo Steez with Big Hack,
Great
another
guy
good
too.
guy that
Yes,
made
sir.
our theme song.
Yep.
Coach Webb from Shelby, looking forward to seeing what Indy does these upcoming years.
My man Webb.
And then you got a couple of supporters right here. Karen Belt, good luck, Big Eye.
Appreciate it, Miss Karen.
Then Miss Isaiah, with the big eye and the green and
Absolutely.
gold hearts.
Her son is Josh Isaiah, my defensive end. He can go. He can flat out go.
Oh yeah, he was at our spring camp. I'm excited to see his
can
future
go.
as well. Oh, and then the scrimmage. Yeah, you guys are scrimmaging. When is it? The 13th.
Yeah, Mars Park.
Mars Park. Yep. And that's at Independence, right?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
So you guys can go out there and support them. We got another comment here from Coach Harmon. Totally supporting you. Get it done.
Appreciate it,
So,
Coach. Great guy right there as well, man.
Oh yeah. He's one of my favorites. But yeah, Coach, once again, man, thanks for coming on. I appreciate the time. And you guys, I know you're busy, getting ready for the season. So, we definitely appreciate you, making some time for us.
Absolutely, man. Anytime, man. Anytime. Appreciate you, Pep.
I appreciate you, man. Thanks a lot. We'll talk soon.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
All right, you too, man.
Later.
All right. So that was Coach Anthony Hackett, defensive coordinator at Independence High School. We'll bring the guys on, and we'll have a little brief talk about, Independence's prospects for the upcoming season. What do you guys think, man?
Hey, salute to my boy McFadden. Salute to my boy McFadden rank, man. Salute. All love. They don't be good. Salute to them. That's all I can say. Salute to them.
I'll tell you one thing. DJ has put together a staff that has more state championship rings than the New England Patriots, man. I mean, it's incredible.
But what do you expect? What do y'all expect from DJ McFadden? DJ McFadden, like I've been telling everybody, he's one of my favorite people in the whole world. We at war right now because we in the same conference, but I love that dude. That's my guy. That's somebody I always support. He don't hear me tell him that. Hey, it's all love. It's all love from me. He's one of the people who always, for him to be as young as he is, he's very old and wise. We come from the same tree. I played for Knox for 1 year. He played for Knox for 4 years. And you just gotta be a dog to play for Tommy Knox. So hey, it's all respect, man. It ain't no love. It ain't no love lost. The birds always chirp. Always early morning chirping. But I don't hold no grudges. But so hey, respect to them guys over there. Hey, respect.
I mean, the school definitely made that's two great hires for sure. McFadden, plenty championship experience.
Yep.
We got Hackett. That was a great move on the defensive side of the ball, coming off, 2 rings.
Absolutely.
That was great hire. So I don't think you can draw it up better from a personnel standpoint, bringing in, coaches. So, I think they're gonna.
Man, you don't want to see that guy be successful, man. Everybody want to see that guy be successful. All great things got to come to an end at times. So hey, that's all. Like I said, that's all I can say. Respect to him. Go do your thing. Hey, no love lost. No love lost.
This won't be a long, drawn-out process. I expect immediate.
Nah, we got something to say over there at the G. We wanted to be long out.
No,
we wanted to be long.
I'm back on Independence. I'm there immediate.
Nah. Come on, Harden. You can't do that, Harden. We don't do that. Don't do that.
I got you, Coach Phillips.
No, I know what you mean. I was still talking about Independence, but yeah, Garinger, this show is a major supporter of Garinger, even before you got there. So yeah,
I know. Hey, that's why I love you guys. That way, y'all my guys. Regardless of where I'm at, y'all 10 toes down. But hey, no, like I said, hey, it respect, no love lost. Hey, let's put the pads on. That's all I can tell you about. Put the pads on. Let's go.
All right, good deal. All right, so we didn't get a chance to talk about it real quick, but I do want to give it a little bit of time here. NCHSAA. There's been still been a lot of talk going on. Apparently, they met with the senators today behind the HB 91 bill, and I just want to go real quick about some changes that we would make if we had the chance to talk to the NCHSAA. I'm gonna start it off. First thing, I've been saying this for a long time. The playoff selection day on that Saturday, they should make this a big thing, man. It should be a selection show. I would volunteer to be the host.
Let him eat. Let Pep eat.
And then I think
you would get him.
It would be so awesome to be able to go behind the scenes and see how they see the teams. I think that kind of transparency, it would be something that is a great, great plus, to everyone that questions, the different things that the NCHSAA does. So that would be one thing that I would do. Another thing I would do, public breakdown of the funds in the accounts at the NCHSAA on an annual basis. And you got to make it to where everyone can understand it. I read Nick Stevens at High School OT has been doing a great job covering this stuff. And I read the breakdown that they had, and, it was kind of like reading the encyclopedia back in the day. I mean, you got to make it in easy terms to where everybody can understand exactly how the money is delineated in the accounts and, things of that nature. And then the last thing I'll say is they need to relax the broadcast rights. I mean, it's almost like when you're trying to broadcast a game, it's like an act of Congress. And I have no idea why outside of money. But it's crazy. This is high school sports. I mean, this is not.
It's a high dollar. It's a high dollar profit. No. So you got to understand that. Yeah, right. we all say just high school, but that's how they make their money. Football makes the most money.
Well, they've been
football
making
makes the most money.
The CFI bill. They got to relax those rules, man.
So, what changes would you guys make, real quick?
How about, I'm going to go from a coach's perspective.
Okay.
Get the officials off the freaking knees, man. I would get so sick and tired of an official saying, Coach, he's got to pull his pants down. He's got to pull his pants down.
Yeah.
Knees are showing. Let the knees be naked if they want to be naked, man. Get off of that bull job. Let's actually officiate a game. Let's worry about things that matter. There's never been a knee pad that's ever protected a kid's knee. They don't stop ACLs from being torn or any other injuries. Let the kids play. Let them have fun and get off the knees.
No, I agree with like Kim say. I think they should spend more money. If you want to be honest, let's make sure we have high quality refs. Like these refs, y'all picking them off the street. Make sure they go to a class quarterly. And that's just me being honest. It just some of these refs are bad. We got a couple who are good and decent, but let's build this referee stuff. Like y'all more worried about knee pad, bro. Hey, like Kim said, knee pad is small. That thing don't do nothing. Stop it. Stop the madness.
All right, producer, you got anything you would change?
I'm gonna echo the transparency with the playoff seeding because that would help with a lot of. We've had some controversial things with that, over the years. So I think that would help with a lot of that. Just show, okay, here's why, maybe just point some of those out. Here's why school A got in over school B. You can point out some of those things, and like you say, you can host a show, let everybody see it. So I'm agree with that one.
All right, so we got some comments that are pretty daggone funny. First of all, Joe Hughes, he still ain't coming on the show, man. It's been 3 shows.
He's too big time. He's too big time.
I put you in the intro, and you still ain't coming on the show, man.
He's Western us.
Joe? Come on, man.
He's Western us.
Well, I'll talk about that later.
And he don't want me to pick on his collars no more. Them starch collars. He don't got enough time to press his collars.
Terrell, I agree. I think, something like that would be really cool, man. And, maybe we'll do something like that anyway. We might do something like that.
CFI.
But anyway, yeah, well, I shouldn't have said it. Now someone else is going to take the idea.
All right. People be observing us. Hey, people be observing us. I'm in the underground mode all the time. Use analogies. People be observing us. People be observing us. Read between the lines.
You think might
gosh.
Anybody in particular? Who is Steeler, you think?
Oh man, y'all get
People who observe us.
Oh,
some shows talk and we
observers
think
in
done.
Charlotte. Is that who you were thinking about? People who observe in Charlotte?
Yeah, you know there are people in Charlotte who observe us, and they don't observe us in the right round.
Miss Burlow says no more refs on Craigslist.
Oh man.
God almighty.
Hey, my man, hey, put what Joe said.
Man.
Call me Tony Starch. I like that. That's your new nickname.
Can I clean up Coach Billups for a second? This is one of my personal pet peeves. There's only one referee in a football officiating crew. The rest of them are called officials. There's one
My fault.
referee.
You know what? I'll take that from you.
The rest of them are officials, and they all have names as well. Line judge.
They all terrible. And they all terrible. Especially the sideline. Tell them to get off the side. We tell them to get behind you. Hey,
I'm about to bring on my old official buddy.
Next time I want to run into me, I'm going to put him on the ground. I'm sorry. We're running to me. These shows abroad.
They just need so many. That's the problem. You have to scrape sometimes. You need so many games. I think that the numbers has a lot to do with it.
But they gotta stop. They gotta stop talking to us like we kids on the sideline. Like, bro, I did 3 comeback tours. Don't talk to me like that, bro. Don't talk to me like that. Talk nice. Talk nice.
Cal, I like this. Create an oversight committee. Never good when politics start putting their fingerprints on high school athletics. You know, based on what was said by Nick Stevens and his, kind of breakdown, it was a positive meeting between NCHSAA and the senators today. Hopefully they're making steps in the right, direction to make sure that this thing,
don't
done.
be surprised if a compromise isn't reached that keeps the North Carolina General Assembly out of the NCHSAA, but gone as Charlotte Catholic, Cardinal Gibbons, Christ the King, and whichever other one.
Was it Bishop McGinnis or something like that?
Yeah, Bishop McGinnis.
Yeah, okay.
That may end up being the compromise.
Wow, that's interesting. That is interesting for sure. Some of these other comments, good gracious. In the interest of time, I'm gonna move on real quick to our next topic before slime time, and we're gonna talk about the Greater Metro 4 conference predictions. This is the first of our conference predictions. Next week, you're gonna get a whole slew of conference predictions. That's gonna be most of the show next week. But for this week, we're gonna do the Greater Metro 4 real quick. So I'm gonna get that on the screen. Once again, these are Pep Man's predictions. This is Pep Man's prediction. So if you get mad at me, and I'm gonna let. Obviously, Kenneth has something to say about this. So let me get the banner
I'm about to call my boy. I'm about to call Bake now and say you disrespected him.
How did I Okay. Anyway. So I have my comments on the screen right there. We've got a couple minutes. Kenneth, I'll let you go first.
I've got some similarities. I've got Hickory Ridge number 1, and I think that they're the cream of the crop. I've got A.L. Brown number 2. Although
put them there.
that may change because I've heard they've had some personnel changes here recently. I've got Lake Norman number 3. Lake Norman had a fantastic year this past year, but it'll be interesting to see with that group of seniors. I think there were 25, 28, 27 kids I heard that graduated, what the new group of kids are going to look like. I've got Cox Mill number 4, but I've got them probably, now that I'm thinking back about some changes that have happened at A.L. Brown, I might move Lake Norman up to number 2 and Cox Mill up to number 3 and move A.L. Brown to number 4, so you can put that on your videos. But name, image, and likeness is in effect this year. I've got West Cabarrus at number 5, but I think West Cabarrus and Mooresville could easily be interchangeable there. I've got Mooresville at 6 and South Iredell rounding them out.
All right. I'm going to put Kyle's up on the screen right now because I think me and him kind of thinking similar right here. He's got Hickory Ridge 1, Cox Mill 2nd, Lake Norman 3rd, A.L. Brown 4, West Cabarrus 5, Mooresville 6, and South Iredell 7. So the only difference, we got Lake Norman, A.L. Brown flipped. And, to your point, Kenneth, you say those are kind of interchangeable, right there when you just kind of broke it down. Anybody else got some thoughts on the Greater Metro 4 conference?
Nah, I'm leaving my comments to myself.
Okay.
I'll be on with that.
What was that, producer?
No, I was gonna say, based on what we saw, using it as a sort of a baseline, what we saw at Hickory Ridge, there's no surprise they're up there. Coxmill too, like a lot of returning pieces, and A.L. Brown's really just gonna be. It's gonna depend on how much Kenneth motivates them. They're really rides on Kenneth and his motivational, inadvertent motivational videos. So they got a lot riding on him. He's a big piece of their programming, whether he knows it or not. So.
The GM4 coaches will hate me by the end of the year simply because of that motivation.
But you need to pay him. Send him his check.
Pay that man.
Pay that man.
Well, it's going to be an exciting conference. Obviously Hickory Ridge. We just talked about offensive linemen from the camp, and then all the other guys that got up there. And then Christian Hamilton, one of the top recruits in the nation. Alex Bentley back at quarterback. Saban McLaughlin, a great athlete that you can put in the backfield or in the slot. Aaron Carey in the backfield. Good gracious.
The offensive line.
Yeah, good. You talking about guys that can do both. They can be road graders and they can pass block very well. Coach Lash with a comment right here. We'll put that on the screen. Lake Norman will fight for that conference. They're too well coached, and that offense isn't there. Yeah, I agree about the offense. Yeah. Obviously, when they played Chambers last year, they led at halftime. So, that tells you, a lot about, what Coach Oliphant and those guys do up there. A ton of respect, for that program. When you finish third in the IMAC, and we talk about NCHS AA in the playoffs, they should have been in the dang on playoffs.
They got robbed.
Ridiculous. Yeah, but anyway, those are our thoughts on the Greater Metro 4. We'll get into a lot more conferences next week.
That man put by Pet Man. You want smoke, bro?
Well, I'm trying to save y'all, man, because everybody
that
comes
stuff
to
don't
you
bother
guys.
us. That stuff don't bother us. We go in one and go out the other one. Nobody care about that.
I'm gonna remember that when we start doing predictions next week. I ain't gonna put Pet Man on there next week.
You got Now hold on. Who was Billups' picks again? Could you remind me of that?
I don't pick conferences no more. Poppy Billups. Hey, I got enough smoke on my head already. I don't know, man.
Tupac said, "A coward dies 1,000 deaths."
Hey, man, I'm Zen Poppy, man. Hey, like I said, I agree with what Pep said, but Late Norman, don't count Late Norman out, and don't count my guy up there at Mooresville out. That's all I always say. Late Norman, Mooresville, Coxmill Baker, man. Everybody know how I feel about Baker. Baker's my guy.
Oh yeah.
I played against him when he was at during the school closed now. What's the name? Waddell. Hey, yep. I hate tackling him. And I hate coaching against him, but he's a good guy, man. Good people. So, hey, like I said.
You're blinding me right now, man.
I know.
That's because I'm bright. Because I'm bright.
All right, there we go.
that was a quick fix.
But we'll be at the Coxmill midnight practice next Thursday. I'll be there. I don't know if anyone's coming with me.
So let me think about that one.
So that'll be exciting to be at a midnight practice, and I'll probably go live and do some things, and we'll get out of there by about 12:30 or something. So, but good stuff. Oh, and yeah, we'll do this. Shout out to Coach Nixon being on the East West All Star staff. That's a great honor for sure. Queen City Senior Bowl coaches will be released very soon. Also, they have been selected, but that'll be coming out real soon as well. But we'll bring Billups back. He fixed his problem there.
He moved.
But now
I'll put it right back in the light.
Well, I didn't complain. I'm just trying to help out the show. So,
hey, whatever for the show.
Season 3, we're more professional. Season 3. All right.
Oh, I ain't get that memo.
Oh well, obviously. But now it's that time. Slime time!
That's even better than a theme song. It's your favorite time of the night. It's what you log in to see and to hear. Who are we sliming tonight? Who is on your slime list? Coach Billups, since you can't give us any predictions, we're going to start with you. Coach Billups, who are you sliming tonight, man?
I'm sliming all the kids who wait till the last minute to get their paperwork done, their physical, and do all the ticket to play. Stop the madness. Go get your physical. You know, it's every time of the year. Coaches battle paperwork more than they battle their opponents. So that's who my slime is. Please go get your paperwork. Go get your physical. Go get all that stuff done. We just try and play some ball.
But, Coach, you mean I got to have a physical? But, Coach, I just had a physical last year. I got to get another physical? Oh, you've said that 25 times and in every single group message. And dang, man. Okay, yeah, Coach, I got you. Can I get one in 2 weeks? Because my mom's calling the doctor, and it's for get your freaking physical and your paperwork turned in. Bet. Producer Brandon, who you sliming tonight?
So, based on this story I saw earlier, I got to slime Mr. Kelvin, 300-pound wide receiver Benjamin. For getting released literally on the first day of training camp. And supposedly, you know, he had a 10 minutes back, like during stretches with Dave Gettleman, and ended up walking off the field. So, allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly, I haven't seen any proof or any footage, but supposedly he was caught on camera stealing food out of the cafeteria at the facility.
Shut the front door.
So I don't get it, Kelvin, man. You got to get slimed for this. I don't know why you risked your NFL contract over, you know, what'd you take? Some fruit cocktail, a bag of Doritos, some Red Bull, and now you're off the team. I don't know, man. I feel like we're gonna hear about this one again, but I gotta say he's literally the man of 1,000 chances, but I think this is it though. He's done. He's literally gone on the first day of camp. Slime him on his way out.
The greatest pass catching right tackle that could have ever been, Kelvin Benjamin. Guaranteed it was chocolate glazed with the cream filling in between it. Good. Pep, what are you talking about? When y'all come to Cabarrus County, go to the Donut House. It's right by Home Depot. The Donut House, they sell donuts. If you put both of your hands together, it doesn't equal how big that donut is. If you hold it up, you can't see my face behind the screen. Calvin, what a clown that dude is. Pat, who you sliming tonight?
All right. So first of all, Brandon, that's a fake tweet. All right, that wasn't true. He did leave training camp, but it wasn't because he stole food. That was a satire tweet that's out there. So wasn't true. Now it's sad because we actually believe it but it's not true. All right. First of all, I need to address this from Coach Webb. Y'all are in the Cleveland County Jamboree every year. I already know what you guys are doing, man. I already know. Don't slime me for not asking because I already know the answer. Come on, man. Good gracious. All right, but my real slime tonight is social media bullies. We've got all this controversy going on about COVID vaccines and masks and Simone Biles and, you know, mental health versus toughing it out. But the thing that gets on my dang old nerves is every time I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, you got these couch potatoes. They ain't played a dang old thing in their lives talking about people need to be tougher. You know, they need to fight through this thing. Why are they quitting on the country? They're not patriotic. Why we got to wear masks for the unvaccinated? You know, everyone's got a dang old opinion, and everyone feels like their opinion's right. We've lost the ability to agree to disagree. And I don't know when it happened or where it happened, but, you know, you people that get on social media and act like you are God's gift with all your knowledge about the vaccine and the mask and, you know, fighting through adversity, you know, being an Olympian and all this stuff, y'all just need to sit the hell down and think about what you're saying before you put it out there, because you make yourself look real dumb. You make yourself look real dumb, and I'm tired of seeing it in everything that, you know, goes on. I mean, you can say the same thing about, you know, internet boards on high school football. You know, for years, you know, when I was back, you know, at Carolina Varsity, I said, why do we have this? You know, because it's just nothing positive coming out of it, man. Because you just got people on there under a fake name posting all kind of nonsense. And that's why, you know, we don't have them at Charlotte Football Insiders. because it's just, it's stupid. All the stupid things that get said on social media by people that aren't experts. So y'all just need to sit down and shut up. That's my salon.
Yeah, Pep, I'm right there with you. In fact, you mentioned where I was headed, slightly a little bit different, but I'm going to go with Simone. I don't screw up her name. I've been practicing it the whole time. Biles, the gymnast. The people who are criticizing her and the people who are praising her, I don't think that she is this incredibly brave woman for stepping down or stepping out because of her stress and her anxiety. And I don't think that she's this villain who quit on the United States. At the end of the day, she did gymnastics for herself. And while we enjoy watching it, while I was hoping to watch her do a floor routine and just kill it, she didn't quit on me. She didn't quit on her country. I don't think she's a mental health savior because she backed down. I think she's going to be a spokesperson. She's going to bring more awareness to mental health, but I don't think she's any of those things. She is an American young female gymnast, the greatest who has ever done what she does, who decided that whatever these next couple of days look like were not worth it to her mental health and her well-being. Will she wish that she hadn't made that decision one day down the road? I don't know. That's typical coach talk. If you don't play this year, you're going to regret it when you're 30 and when you're 40. And most of my buddies who quit playing high school football, now that we're 40, I'm almost 40, they don't regret not playing. That's just coach talk, try to get people to play. But she didn't quit on anybody. She didn't quit on her country. That's bull crap. I'm slamming people that say that. And I'm slamming people who put her on this pedestal for being this superstar model that we should all look up to. She's not that either. She's just a girl who was really, really, really good at what she did, who decided that she could no longer do it anymore. And she stepped down. She's told her team, I'm sorry, I'm going to be your biggest cheerleader, was the quote that I heard. And she did exactly that. And she put her team in a situation where, knowing that she couldn't give her best, she put her seconds in there. She put her second string in there. The wide receiver was tired. He wanted to tap out after a long run, and they put the next guy up. So shout out to Biles, the gymnast. But I'm slamming people on both sides who have polarized this issue.
Thank you, Kemp. That's well said, man.
I still think Kelvin took those chocolate chip cookies.
That may not be the cause, but you know he did. We're in this room.
He did it, man.
Well, on behalf of the engine, Kenneth McClamrock, the illustrious Coach Billups, and the producer, Brandon Black, this is Football Focus Weekly. Next week, we'll have a lot more conference predictions, and we'll have a couple special guests as always. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.